My name is Meagan Marie, and I'm Senior Community Manager at Crystal Dynamics, and I am here today with a bunch of awesome Tomb Raider fans. We have this really cool program going on at E3 where we brought in ambassadors from all over the world, and I have some of them here to chat with us about Tomb Raider and what it's like to be a part of the community and fandom, and they've got some great stories. So, to start off with introductions, I have Miss Melanie Mack here.
Yes! I'm so stoked.
Yeah, so you're a streamer, YouTuber, longtime Tomb Raider fan. She's got some serious Tomb Raider cred on the forums. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Then we have the lovely and talented Jen Croft. Hi, Jen.
Hello, guys.
So Jen has been cosplaying as Lara for about 15 years, and she is also an extreme sports enthusiast. We've got some photos rotating of the community members in the background, and Jen's been jumping off high buildings and skydiving and doing things that just generally terrify me, but quite embody the spirit of Lara. So it's awesome to have you here. And then last but not least, we have Rodri, Mr.
Hi, Megan.
Rodrigo Santos.
It's a pleasure to be here.
He traveled all the way from Spain to be here.
Yeah.
These two are a little bit more local, but we have people that came in from Poland and Brazil and
around
Spain.
all the world.
And Rodri was recently inducted into the Guinness Book of World Records Gamer Edition for having the largest Tomb Raider collection in the world. And it is really impressive and very envy-inducing. But you've been collecting for a long time. So
yeah,
you kind
nearly
of like
20 years ago.
You earned it. So, all right, so we're going to start off with a little bit of just chatting with each of you individually, give a little extra context as to why you're here. So, Mel, I know this is something, I feel like this is something that a lot of people are interested in. You managed to turn your passion for playing games and that kind of geek culture and streaming into a career. So what has that process been like? What have you learned throughout the years?
It's been crazy because when I first started out, I was so shy, and even like I'm in front of camera, public speaking, all of that.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, you know what? I really want to be better at this kind of stuff. I want to be better on camera. And so I thought, why don't I just start a YouTube channel, talk about my passions for like gaming and art and all the things like that. And so I just started a channel, did a little video game vlog, and posted on some forums. People wanted to see more, and over the years it just turned into something big, and it turned into something super fun, and it worked because now I'm not super shy to be on camera anymore. I mean, like where I'm at right now. This is great.
So I see this a lot, this posed to you a lot. So what would your tips or advice be for people who are looking to get into this? Because the key thing that you said during that was it took years. It was years. So what were the tips and things that you kind of stuck to over the years to get to where you are now?
Always make it fun and always be authentic, be yourself, because if you're trying to copy someone else and you're not being yourself, you're going to struggle. So make sure it's fun. If you're ever not having fun, then you really need to change direction and what you're doing, and keep it fun, keep it authentic to who you are.
That sounds good. All right, so you are a mega Tomb Raider fan, as I said,
yes.
Which is just lovely because then we love having you out. Do you know how many posts you have on Tomb Raider forums?
I don't know exactly, but it's over 20,000,
yeah.
So it's got to be near 21,000 posts.
So she's as incredibly legit Tomb Raider fan, and throughout the last how many years have you been on the boards?
I joined in 2002 on Lara's birthday, February 14th.
All right,
so it's pretty amazing.
So over the years, you've had lots of conversations. I'm sure some of the people from TRF are watching. Should we wait for them?
They are. Hello, guys.
Hi, guys. We're reading all the boards and forums. Okay, great. All right, Jen. So what got you interested in cosplay back in the day? Back in the day, way 15 years ago?
Yeah. I had played The Last Revelation on the PlayStation. And I wanted to dress as Lara for Halloween. And so while researching the costume online, I found this huge community of Tomb Raider fans and other cosplayers. Back then we called it Lara lookalikes. And there was a huge community of people who would get together and take photos and then have little contests to see who had the most Lara-like photos. And it was such a whole lot of fun, and I got hooked on it ever since.
All right. And what about the extreme sports? What kind of sports do you take in, and how long have you been doing that? Did that come before your interest in Lara and Tomb Raider, or was it kind of a simultaneous thing?
I've always been like a crazy nut who liked to climb trees and stuff like that, but I never really got into extreme sports until after the Tomb Raider stuff started, and I met community members who then had friends who introduced me to them and indirectly got me involved with the extreme sports. And so from then it was...
So what are the most memorable things that you've done?
Base jumping, rock climbing, skydiving. My favorite is base jumping because there's just nothing like it. You're just putting your whole life on the line and jumping off this thing, and it's either you live or you die.
This is base jumping right here? Where's this?
This is in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So it was an event that's held every year to celebrate the erection of the building. So they invite people from all over the world to come base jump off this building to celebrate.
awesome and terrifying, and I will never do it. I don't even want to get in planes, let alone jump out of one. I don't know if that would make it easier for me to get into a plane again, knowing
Yeah.
like. Anyway, all right, Rodri.
Hi.
So when did you first start collecting? You said almost. So we're coming up on the 20 years anniversary of Tomb Raider. So
I
you started right away.
collecting around 20 years ago when I discovered the first game, the Tomb Raider 1 in 1996. And my favorite, my first item was the game, but obviously you should start with the game if you like
Yes.
the saga.
Yes.
But obviating this, one of my first items were the figure of Lara Croft raiding the Area 51. It
Oh,
was
yeah, that one's great.
it was a gift from Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. What else? What's the? This is so terrible to ask someone. What is the favorite item in your collection? Can you choose one thing?
It's very difficult to find one. I really love the original art, like the concept art or something like that. I had original art from Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness and Tomb Raider 4 and Tomb Raider Anniversary as storyboards of the first cutscene
Okay.
of the game. Yeah.
And so, what would the rarest thing be?
The rarest thing is probably the Lara Croft and the Roses statue. Yeah, less than 50 in the world.
Yes, and that's like people who collect. I see them mention that as if that's
Yeah.
like the pinnacle of their collection if they can get a hold of it.
Yeah.
So, and then what about the hardest to secure? Aside from rarity, was there one that was just really hard for you to either find, or it was located across the world, or something?
Well,
like
I have a original drawing of Toby Gard, the creator of Lara
Wow,
Croft.
that's pretty
he's
incredible.
awesome, yeah. And I have the original costume of
This one
Rona
kills me.
Mitra, the model of Tomb Raider 2, yes.
Yes, I mean you have the actual costume that she wore
Yeah.
when she was the official Lara
Yeah,
model.
in 1996.
That's
No, 1997, sorry.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it in the background right there. There
Yeah,
you go.
it's there, yeah.
This one.
Yep.
I love it. That's amazing. All right. So how many items do you have in total, and where do you store them? I have a hard time even with like my 200-piece Tomb Raider collection, keeping
Ye-
everything out and
yeah.
displayed.
Well, I have 2,800 different items of Tomb Raider. And I got all the 8 items in 2 different rooms, in 2 different places, because it's really hard to find just one place to keep
everything.
all the things, yeah.
I can imagine. And is there anything that's missing from your Tomb Raider collection that you're still trying really
Well,
hard to get?
Well, I will always love some props used, for example, in the Tomb Raider movies, like the
Oh, yeah.
Chinese jacket of Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's a really nice jacket. I will love it too.
And do you have
to
like a
have it.
lead on where you can find something? Have you like inside sources and where you can find
There-
stuff?
Yeah, there are some websites who sell this kind of items, but really expensive, and
can
it's really hard to
imagine.
find it. Yeah.
I can imagine. All right, so I have some questions for all of you guys. What is it that first drew you to Tomb Raider, and what kept you a fan throughout the years? We'll go to you first, Mel.
What first introduced me to Tomb
Yeah,
Raider?
like what drew you to it? Like what about the game or the
I
character?
first saw it I started playing right after Tomb Raider 2 came out, and so I first saw it like at a video game rental store, and just the covers, just seeing Lara Croft on there, I was like, wow, this is a super awesome female lead character. She's holding a gun, and I looked at the back at the art and stuff, and I always wanted to play it, and so when I finally did get my hands on it, I was hooked, and Lara is really what drew me in originally.
Yeah. How about for you, Jen?
I've always loved Indiana Jones, and so when The Last Revelation came out, that kind of sparked my interest in it. So when I saw it at the grocery store,
Yeah.
or department store, I should say, I was like, well, cool. They made like a female version of Indiana Jones, and there's like Egyptian tombs, and it's in Egypt. So
Yeah.
that's really cool setting. So I decided to rent it, and then I was hooked.
Oh, renting games.
Yeah.
Or you get the little demo in the magazine
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
It was so
For the
good.
Pizza Hut boxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes. How about for you?
The first time that I have seen Lara Croft, it was in a Spanish magazine, and it was love at the first view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just saw it and
impossible
you're
to
like-
not be fan of Lara Croft. She's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, on my end, it was funny. My brothers and I used to play games together all the time, but for
Yeah.
some reason they just were not interested in Lara. So we'd always fight over the controller for games. And then when my dad brought home Tomb Raider, they're like, "Oh, it's a girl." They were too young maybe to appreciate her, and they're like, "It's a girl," and it's like, "Yes, this is mine. This is my moment to shine." So I got it all to myself, and I fell totally in love with it. So what's one of your favorite memories within the community, Mel? Have you done any
I
fun
would
trips or
say-
activities? Or
Oh yeah, definitely. Before the reboot came out, hanging out with Max Raider
yeah.
and you
the
in
gondola
Vegas,
that we
the
went in.
gondola ride, it just reminded me of Venice in
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 2. That
Yes.
was a wonderful time. That was a great trip. And of course this. I have so many memories from what we're doing right now that I'm going to carry on and remember, and I've just been having so much fun with everybody. And there's some people within the community, like Ash, for example, who's created renders and little animations that I've watched years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh wow, I remember you for your work, and now I
meeting
am
for the
meeting you
first
face to face. So it's amazing.
Yeah, for a little bit of extra context, I know I explained a little bit of this at the beginning, but so we have about 13 people in total that we brought out to E3, and as I said, they're from Brazil, Poland, France, Germany, so on. And a lot of these people knew each other or knew of each other before they met for the first time. But it was so great to see everybody. They created a little Facebook group before they met here, and it seemed like everybody knew each other before you guys had become friends before you even landed.
Yeah.
So it was so wonderful to see everybody come together. But when you have a franchise that has 20 years of history, everybody kind of gets to know each other. One of my favorite community memories was actually when we were at New York Comic Con. Everybody knows Stella in the Tomb Raider community because
Yes.
she's fantastic and she writes amazing walkthroughs and has her great site. And I loved that Tomb Raider fans were coming up to Stella and talking to her and saying like, your walkthroughs have been getting me through the games for years. And I love that there's, within the community, there's people that other people look up to and respect, and it's super cool. So.
Stella's like our Tomb Raider mother. So
Yeah,
whenever
she's
we have a problem in any of the games, we run to Stella. Please help me, help me, help me.
That's so fun. How about you, Jen? What's one of your favorite Tomb Raider community memories?
Way back when they were doing Legend and promoting that, they invited a bunch of people up to the Metreon in San Francisco to
cool.
check out a preview of the new game. And I got to meet the Lara model, Karima Adabi.
Yeah, she's so amazing.
She was the sweetest person ever, and
Yeah.
that was totally a highlight.
Yeah.
But now I think E3 is probably going to be the
This is
new
the cool
memorable
experience.
one. It's
I'm
just
glad.
meeting all these people and gathering people together. It's just really awesome to have that sense of community here.
And also, we went and saw Jurassic World together, so that's a good
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
team
Oh, that was
bonding.
so great.
Dinosaurs are related tangentially to Tomb Raider. That's how I justified it. It was fun. How about for you, Rodri?
Probably to being here at the E3 because it's the first time in United States for me.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for that, and I have had to choose when I need other different moment. Maybe it's when I meet Karima Adebib
Yeah.
in the promotion of the Tomb Raider Legend and Tomb Raider Anniversary
Mhm.
there in Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome when having them travel around. It seems like a lot of the fans had the opportunity to meet them throughout the years.
Yeah.
I never got to. I interviewed Allison while I worked at Game Informer.
Oh, really?
And I was a little bit starstruck. I'm not gonna lie.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's like, this is amazing. All right, so let's run through some faves. This is something I always love to find out from people. And people watching, you can feel free to tweet at Tomb Raider and let us know your answers to these questions. We'd be interested to see. So what is your favorite first classic Tomb Raider game? That's so terrible too. It's terrible to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
I would say Tomb Raider 2
Okay.
because there are so many locations to explore. You've got underwater with Wreck of the Maria Doria.
Yeah.
You've got Venice,
Yes.
which is exciting, and then like some fantastical stuff like floating islands.
Yeah.
There's just so much great stuff in Tomb Raider 2.
That is my answer also because of the Wreck of the Maria Doria.
Yeah.
That is my favorite level
Yeah.
in the classic games. How about you, Jen?
It's a tie between Tomb Raider 1 and The Last Revelation.
Yeah, you said that's the one that got you into
I
it.
honestly cannot pick a favorite because the Tomb Raider 1 was a great game. It flowed smoothly and it was
Yeah.
easy to get hooked onto. But Tomb Raider 4, I really like the moves Alara had, and I love
Yeah.
the setting. So it's a tie.
And her character model was just like, I feel like the refinement in 4 and 5 was
Yeah.
just so nice. And
She had a braid in
Yes.
Tomb Raider 4.
Yeah.
All right, how about for you, Rodri?
And really love Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2. It's very difficult to find one, but
Yeah.
was very good games too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so the next step will be what was your favorite non-classic Crystal, which is also very tough to answer. I don't even know if I can answer that one, so that's unfair.
I'd have to say the reboot.
Really?
The reboot was
Yeah?
just solid, really fun, and it's really great to see Lara, as a lot more human and less of a superhero. So it's like what she's accomplishing is amazing and incredible, but she's relatable at the same time. So
Yeah.
definitely reboot.
I feel like my answer is just totally biased because I worked on the reboot, but it would be the reboot. Because that was like my moment when I transitioned to working on dev from press. So that was pretty cool to be involved in that. How about you, Jen?
Again, it's a tie because I'm very indecisive.
That's okay.
I love the reboot. I
Yeah.
love the direction that they're going with that. I love to see her backstory and all of that, how she struggles. But Legend is a favorite of mine as well.
Yeah.
I really love that game, and it totally drew me in. I just felt like it flowed smoothly. And so, since they're completely different to me, while still being Tomb Raider. So that's why I can't choose, because they're
well. Seeing Legend Lara the first time was a pretty exciting thing, I think, for a lot of people.
absolutely.
How about you, Rodri?
Same as Jen.
Same?
Yeah.
There
I
we go.
really
I
love
like that.
Legend and really love Tomb Raider reboot.
Yes.
And Rise of the Tomb Raider looks absolutely incredible.
These guys would know because we literally just walked. You guys were the first ever to see one of the demos of Rise of the Tomb Raider. Don't get the details. But they got a private behind closed doors preview just before we came over here. So I'm glad you guys are liking the way it looks. How about favorite Tomb Raider outfit?
Two.
Which is
This
there's
time
so
I have
many.
two. Okay, so Area 51. Just
Yeah,
love the
that's a good
camouflage. The blue camouflage is so great. And the gorilla skin from the reboot.
Yeah.
I'm really big on like the combat looking gear, like very
Yeah.
militaristic combat looking.
Yeah. I think mine would be the solo wetsuit for classic and the aviatrix for current. I think that'd be it. Although it was really fun in Legend, didn't she have like the white pantsuit?
Yeah.
That
I
was
thought it was like cool to run around as Lara
Yeah.
and like all
that was funny.
looking all nice. How about you, Jen?
I love the classic outfit, the first one.
Yeah.
Are you gonna same for you?
The
or-
classic outfit, the
Yeah.
green top and the shorts.
Yeah,
Awesome.
with a braid and
Yep.
I can respect that definitely. How about favorite Tomb Raider model, the official ones?
Laura Weller, I think she really captured, especially classic Laura's just attitude, and she looks so much like her too.
I will absolutely agree with that. My favorite was probably Rona though, because I was huge into the Tomb Raider comics, and I felt like Rona looked like a Michael Turner Lara image.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked like she just walked out of one of Michael Turner's comics. That was why I liked her so much.
Yeah.
How about you, Jen?
Before I actually played a Tomb Raider game, I was in a grocery store and found a gaming magazine that had a picture of Laura Weller in it. And I remember thinking, wow, they actually dressed up a model in her clothes, and she looks just like Laura, and it totally brought it to life for me.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like a nostalgia thing, so
Yeah.
I have to say Laura Weller.
Cool. And Rodri?
Lara Waller from Core Design and Karima Debib from Crystal Dynamics era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make anybody choose just
Yeah.
one. That's impossible. We have our reasons for everything. How about villain? Favorite villain?
Oh wow, you can't go wrong with Natla.
Yeah.
You really can't. She's just like such a boss, and I'm all about like the female villain thing too. I think that's cool.
I would say Natla and or Barracudas. My brothers told me that after I played the game when there were barracudas in it, my brothers told me that there were barracudas in my lake, and I became terrified to swim forever. So barracudas have been like my own personal villain forever.
They
more
were
you know.
so annoying in
Yes.
Tomb Raider 3.
How about you? Or the bear. Anyway, and the bear's back now. That was like
Yes.
terrifying in Tomb Raider 1 when the bear ran out, and now. Anyway, hello, Jen. What about you?
Hi.
Favorite Lara Croft villain?
Maybe Boaz from AOD. Like,
Yeah?
that fight was so hard,
Yeah.
and so I have to like it, even though I hated it at the time, because it was just so challenging.
Super unique. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one. Yeah. And Rodri?
Natla of Atlantis and the Sharks of Tomb Raider 2.
Just have to punch him in the face. If
Yeah, like
if
in
Tomb
the
Raider
movie,
teaches you
yes.
anything, it's just to punch
Yeah,
sharks in the face,
it's
and
crazy.
they'll go away.
Yeah.
The more you know. All right, how about favorite supporting Lara Croft character?
I gotta go with Curtis Trent from Angel of Darkness. I know so many people shipped them, and I didn't even necessarily want them shipped, but I just thought Curtis was awesome, and it was really cool to be able to play as another character in a Tomb Raider game too. But yeah, he's just rad.
I just realized I didn't actually think this one through for myself. I wrote them and I didn't. I'm maybe gonna say Sam, and her orange.
Sam, yeah.
I like Sam. I like Sam in the comics.
The
Deal with
orange
it.
is the
Deal with
real
it.
hero here.
Deal with it. All right. How about you?
I
Jen?
like Zip in Legend.
Yeah. He was pretty
Ah.
He was in your earpiece, like
Yeah.
saying
That's
little
cool.
witty things.
Yeah. Helpful though.
Mhm.
Helpful things. How about you, Rodri?
Winston, the butler
Oh,
of.
oh,
Of course.
Yes. He was very supportive
Yeah,
of her
he's
and her
lovely, yeah.
tea habit.
Yeah.
And the fact that he would take a bullet for you and
Yeah.
the training level. Like, that's
Yeah.
pretty committed. Okay, I think you win that one. And what about favorite Tomb Raider quote? Do you have a favorite one? Movies,
This is
game, anything?
Probably everybody's, but just the classic, I'm sorry, I only play for sport, when she's
I like
talking
that.
to Natla. It's just like, no amount of money was going to buy her into finding that artifact. She does it for sport.
I I have a million of them, but one of my favorites is still that I woke up this morning and decided I hated everything from the movie. I don't know why. It made me laugh so hard when I heard it. And so whenever I'm having a bad day, I just use that in my life regularly. How about you, Jen? Do you have a favorite one?
I make my own luck.
Yeah.
That is
That's a good
so
one.
great.
A lot of these can be applied to life situations.
Yeah.
How about you, Rodri?
I hate tombs.
No!
Tomb Raider
Oh
reboot.
but she doesn't anymore. She loves them.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Now that she's on her own terms, she loves the tombs again.
Mhm.
All right, so we have only a couple of minutes left, so we're going to rocket through these. But I have a special surprise for those of you watching. If we can answer 8 out of 10 trivia questions with these guys, then I'm going to unlock a special piece of concept art that has not been seen before, handpicked because it's super cool. So let's go through these quickly. First question, what Game of Thrones character also starred in a Tomb Raider movie?
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Jorah.
Jorah.
I don't know his actual name. What's his name?
I don't know
It's
his real name
Jorah.
either, but his name in Tomb Raider, who's Manfred Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Awesome.
and
All right.
Bryce is another
he
actor who
is.
is
He
in
is.
the Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Oh.
There's two.
There
Yeah,
we
extra
go.
credit.
Who is he? Who is? What's the character?
Extra
we don't,
credit.
But I
we
don't know the name of the actor, but yes,
Yes,
it's
he was. I
Bryce.
remember seeing him now, but we have to keep going.
Wasn't he a crow? He was a crow that died. Okay.
I feel like it. All right. Name one of the two Tomb Raider games that was on Game Boy.
The Curse of the Sword and Tomb Raider: The Prophecy.
Well, you got them both. Great
Yeah.
job. Question 3. Sam from Tomb Raider Reboot shares a family name with what past Tomb Raider character?
Takahara.
Toru
Or from
Nishimura.
Legend. Or
Toru
oh,
Nishimura.
my bad. I
You
knew it
got
started
it.
with T. My bad, my
Yes,
bad, my
you
bad.
got the right game. Question 4. What's the final line of dialogue in Tomb Raider 2?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
don't you think you've seen enough?
Don't you think you've seen enough?
People think that's so
Yeah.
hard, but like that is one of the most famous lines in all of Tomb Raider.
It's the
That's
perfect
fun.
end for
It
the game.
is.
Yeah.
Question 5. Which game was the Desert Eagle introduced as a weapon?
Last Revelation.
Yeah. No, Tomb Raider 3. Yeah.
You're right.
I know that because I wanted one when I was a kid, and that really disturbed my
Okay, yeah,
parents.
that's right.
I
It was also Last Revelation, but it was in 3 first. You're right.
All right, which official Lara Croft model released an album in character?
Rona Mitra.
Rona Mitra.
I just
yes.
bought both of them. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, where did Lara get the jade necklace that she wears in Tomb Raider 2013?
She got it from her father.
Her first dig. Her first archaeological dig.
First
Yeah.
dig, she was with Roth. She got it.
With the penguin
Oh.
pajamas.
I
You just
remember
answered
the
the
pajamas. Yeah.
The follow-up question
Can't
is what was
believe it,
she
really.
wearing at the time?
I do remember
Yeah,
the
So
pajamas.
she found the necklace on a dig with Roth wearing her penguin pajamas. Great job. What was the name of Lara's original voice actress?
Shelley Blonde.
Yeah.
All right. And what famous actress voiced Lara Croft in the animated revisioned series?
It was
Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver. Yep.
Minnie Driver. All right, you guys got all 10 of them. With your powers combined, you have unlocked a new piece of concept art for the Tomb Raider community. I'm going to go put it up on tombraider.tumblr.com, and it'll be up there within a couple of minutes, so you have to go and check it out. But thank you guys for joining me. This was a lot of fun, and we super appreciate you guys and the community as a whole. The Tomb Raider community is really what keeps everyone at the studio going. So thank you guys for watching and supporting us and for being here, and enjoy the rest of the show.